Let us see one example on a calculation of a main dimension of an induction motor. Okay, so here is the example. Determine the main dimension of a 250 HP 3-phase 50 Hz 400 volt 1450 RPM slip ring induction motor. Assume B average is equal to 0.5 Tesla and AC is equal to 30,000 ampere conductor per meter, and the ratio of core length to pole pitch is 1.2 and winding factor is 0.955. Okay, so let us see how do we solve this kind of example. Okay, so first of all, what data are given? The power rating of the motor is given, frequency is given, the voltage rating is given, speed is given, the value of a specific magnetic loading is given, specific electric loading is given, and the ratio of a core length to pole pitch is given. Core length means L and pole pitch means tau, that is given 1.2. Okay, and the value of a winding factor Kw is 0.955. Okay, so that is the value generally we are going to consider. Okay, so first of all, for the speed of 1450 rpm, okay, the speed is given. Okay, that motor is running at this speed under a normal loading condition. Okay, and if we see this value for 50 Hz, then the nearest synchronous speed is 1500 rpm. It is 1500 rpm. Okay, let us denote it as ns. Okay, and if we convert it into rps, then we need to divide it by 60. So let us convert it into rps. ns is 1500 divided by 60 is equal to 25 rps. Okay, so this is the value. Okay, and we are assuming that the number of poles are 4. Okay, so this condition is true when number of poles are 4. Okay, now the value of output coefficient. Our next step is to go for a value of output coefficient. Okay, because all the data are given for calculation of output coefficient. So what is the equation? It is C0 is equal to 11 into Kw, that is winding factor, into B average into AC into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, so all the values are given. Okay, it is 11 into winding factor 0.955 into B average is given 0.5 into AC is given 30,000 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, if you make the calculation, then you will find the answer to be 157.6. that is going to be your output coefficient. Okay, the output coefficient will be used in the output equation of an induction motor. Okay, so the output equation of induction motor is Q is equal to C0 d square L n S. Okay, that is where Q is the kVA input. Okay, so again with the power, okay, what is given? 250 HP is given. Okay, and we need to convert it into kVA input. Okay, so how do we convert it into kVA input? Okay, so kVA input, we have a simple equation. kVA input is, first of all, let us convert this HP into kilowatt. Okay, so HP into 0.746, that will give you the kilowatt. Okay, then it is divided by efficiency. Okay, so input is converted into output and into power factor. So kilowatt is converted into kVA. Okay, so if you put all those values, okay, we have a 250 into 0.746 divided by 0.9 is the power factor we are taking to solve this example, and efficiency also we are taking to be 90%. Okay, so 0.9 into 0.9. Okay, so mostly these value will be given in the example. Okay, over here in this example it is not mentioned, so I'm just taking the this value for simplicity of the calculation. Okay, but in exam this value will be given to you. Okay, so if we make the calculation, it will turn into 230.2 kVA. Okay, so now I have the value of a Q. Okay, I have calculated value of a C0. What are the unknowns? D and L. Okay, the synchronous speed also calculated 25 rpm. Okay, so let us put this value. We can reform this equation as d square L is equal to Q divided by C0 into NS. Okay, now let us put the value. Okay, 230.2. Okay, note it down that when we put the value of a Q, it should be in kVA. Okay, you don't have to convert it into VA, so we are not going to multiply it by 10 raised to 3. Okay, so 230.2 divided by 157.6 into 25, that is the RPS. Okay, so if you calculate this thing, you will have the answer 58.4 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. Okay, so that is the value of a d square L. Okay, but now we need to separate these D and L because they are the main dimension of the machine. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, so for that some hint will be given in the example. Okay, for example, in this example, okay, it is given that L by tau is 1.2. Okay, so actually how do we separate capital L and capital D from these equation? Okay, so over here tau, okay, we can put the value tau is equal to pi into D upon P. Okay, where D is the diameter, okay, and P is the number of poles. Okay, so if you put this value in this equation, okay, let us do it. L by tau is 1.2. It means that L divided by pi into D by P is equal to 1.2. Okay, so in this equation what are the unknowns? Okay, only L and D. Okay, so pi 3.14, number of poles 4. Okay, so you will get some relation like L is equal to X times D. Okay, so that is your homework. You need to calculate what is this equation. Okay, L is equal to some value will be there times the D. Okay, so this is your relationship number 1, d square L is equal to D. So let us call it equation number 2. Let us call this equation number 2. So if we relate these two, okay, over here d square L is there and L is some value times D. Okay, from equation number 1 and 2 you can separate the value of D and L. Okay, once you calculate it, you should have this answer, that your D is 0.395 meter and your capital L is 0.375 meter.